The Galactic Union had conquered 17 species across 12 star systems with the same battle plan. Surround the target world, deploy the nerve disruptors, and watch as the inhabitants collapsed into twitching heaps. Invasion complete. No species had ever survived first contact until they met humans. Admiral Vex stood rigid on the command bridge of the flagship Asterisk Inevitable Victory Asterisk, his four eyes blinking in rapid succession as he watched the holographic display. What he saw defied explanation. "Impossible," he whispered, mandibles clicking in agitation. "Fire again." The weapons officer, Lieutenant Kral, hesitated. "Sir, we've already fired 3 volleys. The humans they're just standing there." On the display, thousands of humans milled about a large metropolitan area, apparently oblivious to the invisible nerve disruptor waves bathing their planet. Some looked up at the sky, pointing at the Galactic Union ships hovering above their cities, but none exhibited the paralysis and neural shutdown that had felled every other species. "Increase power to maximum," ordered Admiral Vex, his voice tight with growing concern. Lieutenant Kral complied, and the ship's engines groaned as they diverted additional power to the nerve disruptors. The weapons unleashed their invisible payload, energy readings spiking off the charts. The humans below continued their daily activities. A junior officer approached the admiral holding a data tablet. "Sir, our biological scans show something unusual about these creatures." "Explain," demanded Vex. "Their nervous systems operate differently than anything we've encountered. The nerve disruptors target specific neural pathways common to all previously known sentient species. But humans—" The officer paused, searching for words. "Their brains are wired completely differently. Our weapons simply don't affect them." Admiral Vex's exoskeleton paled. For the first time in the Galactic Union's 5,000-year history of conquest, they had encountered a species immune to their primary weapon. "Sir," called the communications officer, "the humans are hailing us." The bridge fell silent. No species had ever remained conscious enough to initiate communication after a nerve disruptor attack. "Put them through," Vex ordered, straightening his uniform. The holographic display shifted to show a human in what appeared to be a formal military uniform. The human was surprisingly plain-looking, just 2 eyes, no scales or exoskeleton, no tentacles or additional limbs. "This is General Tom of Earth Defense Command," the human said calmly. "We notice you're deploying some sort of energy weapon against our population centers. It doesn't seem to be doing anything, but we consider this an act of war. I suggest you cease immediately and state your intentions." Admiral Vex felt a chill run through his carapace. The human's tone was not frightened or submissive, it was annoyed. "This is Admiral Vex of the Galactic Union. Your species' immunity to our weapons is unexpected. However, we have many other means to subdue your world." General Tom smiled, but there was no warmth in it. "Actually, Admiral, we've been studying your ships since you entered our system. Our scientists have already reverse-engineered your propulsion technology and developed countermeasures to your weapons. But more importantly, we've learned something about your biology." The human pressed a button off-screen, and suddenly every member of the bridge crew fell to their knees, overcome by excruciating pain. What is this?" gasped Vex, clutching his head. "A simple ultrasonic pulse," explained General Tom, still smiling, "completely harmless to humans, but apparently quite effective against your auditory and neural structures. We can target your entire fleet with these pulses." The pain subsided as quickly as it had begun, leaving the alien crew gasping and disoriented. "Here's what's going to happen," continued the human. "You're going to leave our system immediately. Then you're going to tell the Galactic Union that Earth is off-limits. If you don't comply, we'll be forced to demonstrate how quickly humans can adapt enemy technology for our own purposes." Admiral Vex struggled to his feet, his pride wounded, but his survival instinct stronger. "You haven't seen the full might of the Galactic Union. We will return with..." "With what?" interrupted General Tom. "More ineffective weapons. We've already downloaded your ship's database. We know the nerve disruptors are your primary conquest tool, and they don't work on us. Meanwhile, we've proven we can incapacitate your crew in seconds. Vex froze. The human was right. The Union's military strategy had relied on the nerve disruptors for millennia. Their other weapons were mainly for show or for mopping up the occasional resistance. They had grown complacent. "You have 1 hour to clear Earth's orbit," said General Tom. "After that, we start testing our new weapons on your ships." The transmission ended, leaving the bridge in stunned silence. "Orders, Admiral?" asked Lieutenant Krull. Vex stared at the blue-green planet below. Thousands of years of uncontested conquest had left the Union unprepared for failure. If humans could not only resist their weapons, but also turn the Union's own technology against them so quickly. "Retreat," he said finally. "Alert the Union Council. We've discovered a species unlike any other." As the alien fleet broke orbit and accelerated toward the system's edge, research teams across Earth worked feverishly, studying the alien technology they captured from brief skirmishes. Military leaders met in emergency sessions, planning Earth's defense and potential expansion. Scientists proposed theories about humanity's unique neural structure that had rendered them immune to the alien weapons. In the Galactic Council chambers, weeks later, Admiral Vex delivered his report to the assembled representatives of 17 conquered species. "These humans," he concluded, "are not just immune to our weapons. They adapt at an alarming rate, turning weakness into strength. We have two options: attempt to destroy their world from a distance, risking a protracted war with an unpredictable enemy, or offer them membership in the Union." The Council erupted in outrage at the second suggestion. No species had ever been offered membership without conquest. But as the councilors argued, Vex knew what decision they would eventually reach. The Union had survived for 5 millennia by recognizing power, and humanity, with its bizarre immunity and frightening adaptability, represented a power the galaxy had never seen before. For the first time, the stars trembled at the emergence of humanity.